なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. For all my OG players, this game has come quite a long way. 7 years is a long lifespan for any game, let alone a gacha game. And in that time, we've seen this game transform quite a bit. A lot of revisions, a lot of changes, format changes, and whatnot. Even in the 7th year anniversary, we've seen 2 giant changes to the game. Number 1, we saw a big graphical overhaul of the UI. Came with some refactoring too for performance improvements, but I'm going to be honest with you, the game quickly went back to performing kind of eh. In number 2, we got this new overdrive mechanic, overdrive quick attack, new ways of handling the battle system, as well as interacting with the environment, opening the floodgates for new creative ways to make characters appealing and interesting. Something as simple as having dynamic strike clashes, crashing through the background, just being tossed around on the ground has opened up the floor for so many creative characters. And let's be real here, for every fighting game, interacting with the environment is key. I mean, the wall is where you get air juggled against the wall is probably the worst place to be. But you know what? In every fighting game, it's important that it's there. It is just an important part of fighting games. Now, with all that being said, there are still some changes I would love to see Legends do. This is being recorded on the 6th, so who knows if it's going to be dropped right away or in a couple of days, but by the time I recorded this, we haven't seen any of these things, and I'd love to see them. Tanny is on record for saying that there is another part to this major update. I mean, between the UI changes, the performance improvements, I'm going to say in air quotes, and the ground battles, having one more major update of that scale could be a big deal. But I would like if it would include one or more of the things that I'm going to be talking about here, with the biggest one being the first one. I think Legends needs to increase the CC cap. As it stands right now, it's at 20,000. If you guys have been playing since day one, 20,000 has been the upper limit since then. From then until now, 20,000 is all you can exchange into. But think about how much has changed since then. Since the beginning of the game till now, we've seen multiple different banner formats, revisions to these banners, new banner styles. We've seen an increase in character release frequency. We've seen an increase in character rarity. We now have Ultra characters. We actually, even LF characters, technically, because we didn't get our first LF until around Beerus, if you kind of can count him. He got his LF a little bit later. But new Legendary Finish characters, Ultra characters with their very low drop rates. And before the part 3 of the 7th anniversary even drops, we don't know if that's going to change. Ultra Legendary Finish characters are on the table, all because of that very low drop rate that I talked about in the previous video. They still haven't dabbled with 0.25% again, which is what LF Super Vegito dropped at back in the 1st year anniversary. So that could be on the table. All of these things have changed. We got the pity system, we got the Zenkai awakening system, all these different ways for Chrono crystals to fly out of your pocket, but very little ways for you to hold on to more. I think they got to increase it to 40,000. 40,000 at a minimum, really. Because not only does 40,000 align with their pity system, but 40,000 on average is how much it takes in order to pull a new character. It's just bizarre that they set the pity at an exact amount that is something you can't even properly leverage. You could make the argument that the developers are more comfortable with releasing more exchange opportunities for Chrono Crystals because there is such a low ceiling for how much you can hold on to, but I'm still not going to go with that. I still think they got to increase it just to align with the increased frequency as Ultra characters, Zenkai Awakenings, LF characters that are oftentimes very key for maintaining yourself with the meta. So that's going to be number 1. And number 2, they got to do something about the equipment system. Legends is not the only gacha with an equipment system, and they're actually far from the worst, but they're also far from the best. I think the equipment system needs an overhaul. I understand that it's meant to be a resource sink, but I still think the overall experience around equipment has been awful. I mean, even something as simple as awakening a piece of equipment. Think about what you got to do. You got to obtain a memory. You then have to go to the equipment awakening page. You then have to press auto select, which oftentimes doesn't even select the right things. You would have a piece of gold equipment at A rank and a series of gold equips at B rank. And when you press auto select, it fills in the one A rank gold slot. And then where you're supposed to have a silver or higher piece of equipment, it chooses more A rank gold equips of what you're trying to awaken, despite you having a bunch of Bs. The entire experience is awful. And I propose the easiest way to improve this: drop needing any specific rank to awaken a piece of equipment. Drop you needing an A or B rank anything. Just make it so that you can go to an exchange shop, exchange a bunch of this equipment, boom, hit auto select, and it'll auto populate. And that way, you're now spared from having to go to exchange everything, then go and upgrade everything, selecting them 10 at a time, 2 button presses to get them fully maxed out. And then you're spared having to go back to this menu and doing that again. I think that is just the simplest way to handle it. And I say this because they already do this for the Legends ranking equipment, if I remember correctly. You don't really have to care about a specific rank. It just has to be a specific rarity. So I think that's the best way to handle that. And then number 3, I think we need a PvP UI overhaul. I think when the game came out, everyone's passive was like 1 or 2 sentences tops. Some guy had a little bit more key recovery. Some guy did a little bit more strike damage. Some guy did a little more blast damage. But now every kit is a laundry list. Every kit is a giant paragraph. It's a Harry Potter novel. It's everything. So bad that the developers have had to simplify everything by using bullet points. They need the UI to catch up with that. There are so many characters that hit you with so many different debuffs. This guy lowers your attribute upgrades. This guy increases your arts cost increase. This guy lowers your card draw speed. This guy makes you bleed. This guy makes you paralyzed. This guy hits you with poison. This guy hits you with this and that. And even crazier is the amount of buffs that you get with your characters. I stack up card draw speed. I get damage inflicted. I lower arts cost. I'm on the field for 3 seconds. I do this. I do that. The UI can't keep up with it. In the Super Baby 2 video where I'm using Rose, we fight a Kale and Caulifla. Every time she does a tag switch, I lose card draw speed. Every time somebody new shows up on the field, I get card draw speed. So for every tag switch, I was losing card draw speed and gaining card draw speed. Things like that are things I gotta refactor. They did a good job of the cover null one, where a little circle is going to be over the character icon, so you know whether or not you're comfortable doing your combos. But I think other aspects of the UI have to catch up with this. We got way too many complicated characters, way too many complicated mechanics, and a lot of these various buffs and debuffs are important for us to recognize. So I think they got to handle that as well. So if I missed anything, you guys let me know in the comment section below. One of the easiest ones, though, is definitely going to be banner format changes. Like I said, I'm recording this on the 6th. We don't know if we're going to be seeing 2 ultras on a banner. We don't know if we're going to be seeing an ultra LF character. If they're going to be doing multiple ultras in a single banner, without a doubt, it's going to have to come with some step improvements in order to maximize the value per step. Because as it currently stands, it's not going to fly. They're also going to have to introduce a pity system for that as well. And if they go with Ultra LFs, holy crap, I got no idea. But if I missed anything, you guys let me know in the comment section below. I don't know what B-roll footage I'm going to be playing on here either, because, again, I am crap at Yapology. I've been way too trained in order to get to the point, so discussing things often is a short discussion, but maybe I pulled something off from a stream that I did with one of my friends, or just something from the second channel. We'll see. Let me know if you're cool with that, just because I want to do more discussion pieces, but it is impossible to have discussion pieces go on if I constantly demand B-roll footage from my editor. So it would just take way too long. But I do want to keep things interesting. Let me know if they got any feedback, but until next time, guys, peace.